Welcome to our lovely church. Thank you all for coming this evening, and welcome to everybody watching online as well. We've been very blessed this evening, joined by two amazing mediums. So we've been joined by Lloyd Packham in church. So we welcome Lloyd. Welcome. And welcome to Jackie Edwards online as well. Welcome, Jackie. Jackie will be up on the screen a little bit later on. So we'll start the service, as we always do, in that loving prayer. So I will hand over to Lloyd to open the service in prayer, and then we will all say the Lord's Prayer together. Thank you.
Thank you, Donna. Dear Heavenly Father, divine and most gracious Spirit, Father, as we come here in your love and divine union, I ask that we bring the two worlds together, to blend them once more, to prove that life is forever eternal, and that we do go on beyond the physical death. I ask and I pray for healing to go out to all corners of the world at this time, and to the animal kingdom as well. And I ask for that to be a blessing bestowed upon you this night. And I ask love, truth, and upliftment to instill this church with your peace and your grace. Amen.
Amen. Who art
heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
God bless. Thank you, Lloyd. Okay, so I will take the opportunity now then, just at the start of the service, to light our candle here in church. Of course, anyone at home can do the same. And as we light the candle, just think about that beautiful Christ light that sits within each of us. Sometimes that light feels like it's dimming a little bit with the stresses of life. So we take a moment now then to take that breath and just think about that light just expanding within, making us feel a little bit brighter, stronger, in ourselves, so that we can go forward in life and cope as well as we can. So that's what we do as we light that candle. And of course, if you have got any loved ones in spirit, you'd like their energy around you tonight, then use that as an invitation just to ask them to step forward for you this evening, so that you've got that comfort and that knowing that our loved ones in spirit live on. As we go into the healing part of the service as well. So we've brightened that light within, and we ask to be channels for healing energy, and we can all do this. Say this every week. We're all capable of sending out that healing. It is an energy. It starts as a thought form. We send it from our hearts, and that energy transfers to those that we're sending it to. We really do believe that. And if they get a sense of that love that we've sent them from our hearts into their energy, they're going to feel that in some way. And they might not always know and feel it hugely, but it will be comfort in them, whatever it is that they need. And we trust and have faith in the ability of being able to do that. So as I read the names from the healing book here in church, and any that have been sent in online, you can also use that time to think of your loved ones. Think of that heart energy reaching them and making them feel better. So we take that beautiful, deep, calming breath. We try to clear our minds as much as we can, expand our hearts as we place all the people that we name within that healing bubble energy that we send. So I ask, loving Father, for healing energy to surround Joy, Darren, Claire, Derrin, Talia, Alfie, Lorraine, Kath, Chris, Elaine Gerald, for Claire and family, Luella, Alan, David, Alan, John, Lucy, Ben, Nadia, Jenny W and Jenny S, Lawrence, Fran, Veronica, Joan, Colin, Terry, Cyril, Richard Baldwin, Brenda Treadgold, Peggy, Shirley, June, Martin, Carol and Bill, Billy, Peter, and Clive. If I've got that wrong, know that healing will go as you wrote that name. Gary, Jean, Billy, David, Leslie, Kim, Stuart, Gemma, Sharon, Pam, Lincoln, Bonnie, Jenny, Jade, Ria, Alison, Ken, Bethany, Amelia, Sue, Nigel and family, Benny the Rabbit, Tony Senior, Tony Junior, Louise Sawyer, Tom, Gavin, Henny, Lawrence, Christine and Betsy, and Karen, Jeffrey, Victoria and Karen's cats. So please join with me now in healing prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, Great Spirit, as we join together in your sanctuary of love and light, we ask that we be channels to send out healing rays to those in need. We ask that you shine your love upon us, fill us with your grace. Help to heal our hearts, our minds and our souls too, as we become channels for that healing light to go out to all those in need. As we send healing thoughts and energy to those we've named tonight, and those that we think of privately in our minds now, we ask that any extra healing energy be sent all around our world. We ask that it reaches all those in most need tonight. And we ask, as always, that it fills the hearts of all those who have the power to make those big changes that we need in our world. For our people, for our animal kingdom, and for our world of nature to thrive. And we take a moment to ask that we be made aware of how our own actions affect the world and the people around us. We ask you to help us make our actions always to be of the highest good, with love and kindness in mind. We pray, as always, for a peace-loving world. Amen.
Amen.
So please just continue to sit just for a minute. Think of your loved ones. Think of that energy going out. This will be broken by us singing the hymn Gracious Spirit in the front of your hymn books. Thank you.
Gracious Spirit, may thy presence shed a healing ray, turning all the nights of darkness into glorious day. Loving Father, hear us. Gracious Spirit of heaven, we bear light and love, lead to the heavenly kingdom, we by thy side. Loving Father, hear us.
Lovely, well done everyone. There are a few more names added on there. We will focus on those at the end of the service, so please don't worry, they will not be missed off the healing list. I will now invite Peter up for this evening's Bible reading.
Evening all. Another lovely day again today, wasn't it? And welcome to those coming in on site. Tonight's reading is Corinthians 1. As a Christian Spiritualist church, we consider our Bible readings as an important part of our service. It is as current today as when it was first written. The more I delve into it, the more it demonstrates our journey through many lifetimes. It demonstrates how many weaknesses that we have to overcome. I will try to pick out some of these points in future readings. Keep in mind that the story of the Bible is about people, their depths and their heights. We will also cover hymns, their origin and their power to teach us through song, a great healing power. The reading tonight is taken from 1 Corinthians, the resurrection of the body, or raised spiritually. It's worth bearing in mind that each section refers back to other parts of the Bible. In the reading, we are taken back to the beginning. In other words, Genesis, dealing with God's creations. It also brings to mind of God's creation of man, firstly from the dust of the earth, human or humus of the earth, and then in spirit, establishing our two parts. 2 points to note. The spirit of humans are raised. Christ Jesus ascends. Quite different explanations. Also note, the seed in all things have to be sown to produce the product. Man is no different. Spirit, of course, descends into man. Remember the dove. Corinthians 35 to 53, the resurrection of the body. But someone will ask, who are the dead raised? With what kind of body will they come? How foolish. What you sow does not come to life unless it dies. When you sow, you do not plant the body that will be, but just a seed, perhaps of wheat or of something else. But God gives it a body as he has determined, and to each kind of seed he gives its own body. Not all flesh is the same. People have one kind of flesh, animals another, birds another, and fish another. There are also heavenly bodies, and there are earthly bodies. But the splendor of the heavenly bodies is one kind, and the splendor of the earthly bodies is another. The sun has one kind of splendor, the moon another, and the stars another, and the star differs from star in splendor. So will it be with the resurrection of the dead. The body that is sown is perishable, it is raised imperishable. It is sown in dishonor, it is raised in glory. It is sown in weakness, it is raised in power. It is sown a natural body, it is raised a spiritual body. If there is a natural body, there is also a spiritual body. So it is written. The first man, Adam, became a living being. The last Adam, a life-saving spirit. The spiritual did not come first, but the natural, and after that, the spiritual. The first man was of the dust of the earth. The second man is of heaven. As was the earthly man, so are those who are of the earth. And that is the heavenly man, so also are those or of heaven. And just as we have borne the image of an earthly man, so shall we bear the image of a heavenly man. I declare to you, brothers and sisters, that flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of God, nor does the perishable inherit the imperishable. Listen, I tell you a mystery. We will not all sleep, but we will all be changed in a flash, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trumpet. For the trumpet will sound, the dead will be risen, and the imperishable will be changed, for the perishable must close itself. God bless that reading.
Thank you, Peter. So a big goodbye from everybody here at Bundesley in church as we hand you over to Jackie and Roll. Have a lovely evening. God bless.
Thanks, Donna. Good evening, everyone. Thanks very much for joining me this evening. I do appreciate you, because without you, I'd be sitting here talking to myself, which I am anyway, but I know that you're listening. A little bit of a chat before I start that might resonate with some of you. Good evening, Mia. Isn't it lovely to have the lighter evenings? It's absolutely glorious, isn't it, to have those beautiful light evenings and warmer days. The only problem I've got with the lighter days is my windows were filthy and I had to get up and clean them. And I guess it's very much like that for everyone, is sort of with the renewal of everything, with the renewal of the garden, the renewal of life, with all the birds starting to have their chicks. And with us, with the renewal of Jesus, when in Easter, he was again raised, like we all are, from death to the everlasting life. And I guess what I want to really talk to you today is the knowledge that life is eternal. We may have a limited, a finite amount of time, my guides are saying, a finite amount of time on this earth plane, in this carbon body, because our bodies are only meant to last perhaps 100 or so years. And by then it's all worn out and it doesn't work anymore. So then our soul needs to vacate it and go back up to spirit. And those times I feel is like a rebirth. I always call my mum's passing her rebirth day, because that's how I see it. I see people reborn into spirit, because they enter this world as babies, not being able to talk, not being able to walk, not being able to do anything much without help. And we're reborn into spirit, having to learn how to talk and how to walk without a physical body. And I know there's quite a few people that I've spoken to and given messages to that have found it quite a hard lesson to relearn, because we all know that, we all come from there anyway. But it's just having that getting rid of that human mind and human thought of having a body to having a soul, and a soul that just can be. It's pure energy. It doesn't need to speak. It speaks through thought. It doesn't need to walk, because we can think where we want to be and we are there. It is just so different to our bodies we have at the moment. And that's what I really wanted to say to you, is that however much you're having any difficulties at the moment, any problems that you have, any losses, they are so painful now, but they do get less and less as time goes on. And that brings us to the time where we can rejoin our family and friends. And that must be such a wonderful time to be able to rejoin to our family and friends and reunite and to feel that pure love of spirit. So as Easter is coming up, and it is the rebirth of Jesus, and it is the rebirth of everything we have on this planet at this time of year, the spring. Please remember that Spirit walk with you every step of the way. I hope that resonated with some of you. I do hope so. It always worries me when I say that, in case it sounds like a load of gobbledygook, because I'm not in charge of the words. So I hope that is okay. Okay, so now for the time of the evening where we're all excited about. I know I am. But I would like to explain how I work. I do give messages to the people I'm drawn to. I very, very, very rarely throw it out because the way that Spirit work with me is they are direct. They like to go to the person. They like to get as much time in it as they can with their loved ones, rather than having to wait to find the right person. And to do that, I need your interaction, your participation, if you must. If I do come to you, I do need you to type relatively quickly, because time is of an essence here. We have got a limited time, and I like to get as many people as I can messages. So if you can answer with a yes or a heart or whatever it is, if I call your name, and then type in your answers to what I'm saying, either a yes or a no, or I don't know, or yes, that's right, or the one I really like is, you're absolutely fantastic, Jackie. Don't get that one very often, but it'd be nice if I did. Okay. I also have Spirit. They line up very, very orderly, and they've been lining up with me since we started when it was all started online. So I have a lady that's here, and she is adamant that she wants to speak to Rachel Webster, because I know that that she was when she came in. I asked her where she was, and she said it was Rachel Webster, and it wasn't until she said that Rachel's name come up, which is quite clever of them, really. So Rachel, if you're still with us, can you just type down you're here and that you can hear what I'm saying? Because I do have a lady that wants to connect with you, Rachel. So if you can please let me know that you're there, please. Because I can't carry on until I can get that connection, my darling. Okay, so while you're connecting, I will write down a couple of other names that I'm just getting here. So Rachel, if you're there, please. Hello, Rachel. Thank you very much, my darling. Okay, now then, this lady I have here, she is giving me that motherly feeling. If your mum's still here, forgive me, but I know that she's coming through with that motherly feeling. It could be an older sister, it could be a mum, because it's that kind of nurturing, loving kind of feeling. And sometimes older sisters and mums and nans and whoever is like a mum, it comes through in that way. Now, this lady, she is quite a tall lady. She's got blonde hair, and it's just under shoulder length, and it's straight, and she is quite tall, and she does make me. I know she's with you because she said your name before you come up. So if you can just let me know if you understand this lady, please, Rachel, and then I can connect more with her, because she's waiting quite patiently. She is making me feel as if she's not been over for years and years and years, but I do know that she wants to connect with you, Rachel. So if you can just type down really, really quickly. Lovely, you understand that, lady. That's fantastic. Okay, so I'm asking her to come forward now because I didn't want her to come forward in case you didn't understand her. So she was quite impatient. She was shuffling from one foot to another. Okay. So the first thing she wants to say to you, Rachel, is take your time. I don't know what it's about, but she knows what it is. She's asking you to take your time. And she understands that, you know, there's something that's happening around you and you want to go headlong into it like a steam train. And she's just saying, take your time. Okay. That's really important to her that you do that. She's also talking about a young lady on the earth plane who has your, she's saying temper. Now, I'm sure you haven't got a temper, Rachel, not with a lovely name like Rachel, but she's telling me that this young lady can have like a bit of a temper, okay? So she's just saying, just remember what you was like at her age and just cut her a little bit of slack. That's another thing she's saying as well, okay? I hope you can understand that, Rachel. Okay, yes, okay. Thank you very much, thank you. She's given me April for a month that's important to you both. She's also given me the number 15 that is important as well. And I do feel 15 would be relevant around her. Okay. And I also feel that June is going to be very important, but I do feel that there's June as the month. There's also June as a name. Okay, Rachel. So if you can just give me a little bit of lovely. Thank you. Understand that she showed. Yes, thank you very much. Because that was really important to her that she's shown. She is also saying that she is around you an awful lot, but she is she lets herself known by that beautiful sweet perfume that she used to wear. It's a cross between perfume and soap. It's that lovely mixture. And she's just letting you know that she's around you that much that you can smell it. Sometimes it's so strong. Oh, 15 door number. Fantastic. Okay. That's really good. Really well done. I always get really excited when they get something right because it's such a privilege to work with these lovely spirit people and to be able to get these messages through, because it's just absolutely wonderful to be able to give you that kind of knowledge as well, that they're there. Okay. She's also saying the name of Peter. Now, I don't know as to whether this is on the earth plane or whether it's someone in the spirit realm, but she is saying Peter. Please forgive me if names aren't my biggest strength, but I do have to give names when I hear them, my darling. Okay. Also, we got my darling before we go. Oh, she wants to say Dad's okay. So I don't know whether that's relevant as well. She wants to say Dad's okay. So I'm going to leave her love with you, Rachel. Thank you so much for being very quick on the typing. That is really important for me, the way I work, because that gives me the knowledge that I'm with the right person. They never get it wrong. Sometimes I get it wrong. So please, thank you very much, Rachel. And I'm going to cross you off my list now because you've been done. Okay. So let's see who the next person is. Okay. Thank you very much, my darling. Step forward. Thank you very much. Show me the name. Okay. I'm going to go to Jenny Stather, please. Jenny Stather. So if Jenny Stather can come towards the front, please. Jenny Stather, I hope I've said that right. Can you please come forward, my darling? Because I have a gentleman here who would very, very much like to connect with you. Jenny Stather. I can't, as I said, I can't do anything until I get the confirmation that you are there. Please, Jenny Stather, please. Because I know that time is short, I'm going to have to be quite ruthless. And if you don't, oh, thank you very much, my darling. Fabulous. Because it was just about the last call then. Thank you very much, my sweet. Okay. Now, the gentleman I have here, he does make me feel as if his grandfather. because he's an older gentleman. He would have been quite a well covered gentleman. He wouldn't have been fat, but he would have been well covered. He would have been had a little bit of a belly on him, like all older men do have that. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Jenny. This gentleman, he has got hair around the side here, but he's bald on the top, and the hair he's got round the side is very much of a light grey. It's not a dark grey, it's a light grey, not quite white, but light grey. And he's making me feel would have had a round face, and he would have had quite nice round cheeks as well, because I can see these cheeks. As he smiles, they come puffing out, okay? So if you can let me know you understand this gentleman, please. I don't very often get ages of where they pass. I am getting 78. I'm not sure whether that's anything for you, my darling, but that's what I have. Okay, so if you can let me know that this is correct, please, because this gentleman is here to speak with you. As I said, he does feel like a grandfather. If I've got that wrong, I do apologise. He could be father, but he does make me feel he's a grandfather. And as I said, he wouldn't have been over tall. I would say about 5'6", so he would have been quite short for a man. Okay. Okay. If you can let me know, please, Jenny, because I do need that interaction, please, my darling. And I know sometimes it gets a little bit. Oh, lovely. Thank you very much. I did feel that he was a grandfather. Then he said dad, so he must be a grandfather. So he must have grandchildren, my darling. Okay. So excuse me. So okay, my darling. So she's recognised you. So okay. Thank you very much. Okay. The first thing he wants to say to you is he is always around. You keep asking him, let me know you're around, Dad, and he is always around, and he is trying to let you see him, but he understands that if you do, like I did when I saw Spirit for the first time, solid, I did have a little bit of a moment. Okay, so I know that that if you saw him in solid, you would have a little bit of that heart-stopping moment. But he is making himself known by being a shimmery shadow around you, and he is stroking your arm. He's saying he's stroking your arm here, my darling. Okay, so I know that that he's got no grandchildren. Okay. So why would he have said grandchildren? Okay, I have no idea why he said grandchildren. Perhaps. Oh, thank you very much, my darling. Okay. Thank you very much. Very, very sensitive subject, I know, darling. But would you have had, you do see Spirit, thank you very much. Would you have had children that wouldn't have touched the earth plane, my darling? Because he's making me feel that he's a grandfather. And if you've got no children on the earth, then I know that they're children that is looking after, his grandchildren. He would have been looking after them in the spirit world. Okay, thank you very much, my sweet. Okay, thank you. He wants to say to you, and he didn't get a chance to say this before he passed away, but he wants to say to you, he's grateful that you had that talk. He's grateful that you got a chance to say what you needed to say. He's very grateful for that, because there were things that he needed to say, and he needed to, it was almost like it's heartfelt words he was giving you. And he just wants to reiterate those and say that you are important to him, that you are loved, and please start loving yourself for who you are, rather than the person that you think you should be, because you are at the right place at the right time, the right person, right now where you are. And he's really adamant about that, and he just wants to say to you that he's really proud of what you've been able to achieve. And I do feel this is within the spirit, and sort of like talking and communicating with spirit, and he is grateful for that. But he's also saying to you that you need to be able to accept you for you, my darling, because everyone else around you who's important accepts you for you. And this is what he's saying: accept yourself, my darling. Okay, because that is so important to love yourself. It's taken me a good 60 years for me to love myself, but I have managed to do that, and it is the most wonderful feeling when you know that you are loved for who you are. Okay, my darling. So I hope you can understand that message. He is fading a little bit now, darling, because you're not sort of having that conversation. He does need that, okay, but he is fading a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to have to leave him with that, my darling. I do hope that helps you a little bit in anything that's happening around you at the moment. But I know that he would have. That's the kind of thing he wanted to say to you, my darling. Okay, so I really hope that was okay for you, my love. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, have a drop of water. Okay, thank you very much, my darling. Come closer, come closer. Thank you. Okay, who are we with? Okay, okay. Oh, okay, thank you very much. Okay, I'm with Barry Johnson. Barry, if you'd like to just let me know that you're around, and just type your messages down. As I said, it's really important that I do get that interaction with you all, because if I don't, then I can't carry on with these messages, my darlings. Okay, so please, Barry, let me know that you're around, Barry. Fantastic, thank you very much. Okay, Barry, I have a lady that's joining me, and she makes me feel that she's either a grandmother or a great grandmother, because I know that she would have been. Oh, thank you, Jenny. Thank you very much, my sweet. It was lovely speaking with you. Okay, so come closer, my darling, because you're in the shadows at the moment. Come on. Thank you very much. Okay. Now, to me, this lady is quite a small lady, and she's wearing a scarf, like one of these like triangled scarf that went over her head and got tied up under here. So that makes me feel as if she's either a grandmother or a great grandmother, because that goes back to when I was younger. Ladies used to wear scarves on their heads when they went out, sort of from the 70s, that era. Okay, so she's making me feel as if she's the grandmother or a great grandmother. So could you let me describe her, my darling, because that might be a little bit better. So she would have been quite a small lady, because the way she's making me feel as if she wouldn't have even reached 5 foot. She would have been quite a tiny lady, but and she would have in her later years, she would have gone out in, oh lovely, your mum, thank you. She would have gone out in her slippers, because her feet were a little bit larger and she felt comfortable in her slippers. And it would have the slippers that I'm looking at, they would have had that strap that gone over on the Velcro there, but it wouldn't have been a Velcro. It would have been like a zip thing, because Velcro wasn't around then. But I know that she would have worn her slippers, and they would have been like comfy slippers. So I know that her feet would have swollen. Okay, my darling, thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, okay. Now I'm not really sure as to whether this is anything to do with your grandmother, but she is making me feel as if she would have had links to either Romania or in that area, Romania or Russia, around that kind of era, right? Like the Eastern European as it is now, like Yugoslavia or places around there. Okay, so if you can just let me know as to whether this is correct, because she's making me feel as if she's got links, not her, but she would have had links from there. So perhaps her parents come in with the during the Second World War, and they was immigrants. but she's making me feel as if she can't take that. Okay, my darling. Okay. I'm not sure why I got that. I'm not sure whether that's something you can look into, whether you can look into like a link to that, because if it wasn't her parents, it may have been her grandparents. But I do know that she's making me feel that, because as she's got this scarf on, she's also putting on dark clothing, would have been like very Russian type looking clothes, and then she's taking them off. Well, she's not taking them off. That'd be rude, wouldn't it? She's changing them to her clothes. But anyway, we'll get back to what she wants to say to you then, Barry. Okay. Thank you very much, my darling. Okay. The first thing she wants to say to you is well done. Well done. Okay. So she knows that you have either achieved something, got to a goal you was going towards, or done something that you feel really proud of. But she wants to say well done to you, my darling. Okay. It might seem quite trivial to everyone else, but to you it's really important. Okay. So she wants to say well done for that. Now, as she's standing there, I'm having a gentleman come in, and where your mum was little, this gentleman, I take it it's your father, he would have been a good 1.5 foot taller than your mum. Quite a tall, well, taller than your mum. So your mum was only not even 5 foot, and I should imagine your dad was a good 5'10", so quite a bit bigger. And mum's making me feel as if you take after your dad. Thank you. It takes after your dad rather than you do your mum. You've got your dad's height. Okay. Now, your dad wants to, first thing he wants to say to you is, I'm sorry I was hard on you. He says, but that's the way I was brought up, and I figured it was the same way that you should be brought up. But now I understand that that wasn't the way. So he wants in his own way to say sorry. He didn't say sorry outright, but he understands that as he the way that how tough he was on you, he understands now that perhaps he could have been a little bit more, not gentle, but more approachable, I guess he's saying. Okay. Mum's agreeing, Miller. Oh, Mum's just come up with a big plate of cakes, and they look like the big rock cakes, and they look lovely. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so she's given you rock cakes. Oh, and then she's also given me a birthday cake, so I know that it's a lady's birthday that's either just been or is coming up. So she's bringing me a pink birthday cake, so I know that it's a lady's or a girl's birthday. It's not a huge cake, so I know it's not an older lady. So I imagine it's like an older girl or a young lady. So it's their birthday as well. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. Okay. Oh, Mum wants to say she likes your car. So I don't know as to whether you've got a new car, whether it's something you've done, whether you've done the spring cleaning. Okay. Oh, your mum's birthday just gone. Fantastic. Okay. That's why she had a little cake. She's a little person. Bless her. She's so lovely. She likes your car, and she's saying that it looks nice, but it smells nice as well. So I don't know whether you've recently had it like serviced or had like a valet done on it, something. But she's saying about how nice she likes the car. Okay, Dad's being all practical, and he's saying I wouldn't be able to work on those cars because they're all sort of, they're not the same as when I used to tinker with them. And I know none of us can tinker on cars now. You need a computer. Computer of science or something. Okay. Anything else, my sweet? Anything else? Okay. Thank you very much. I do feel that's all they have to say, my darling. They just wanted to come in and let you know, oh, that was good with cars. Yeah, but that's what he's saying. He wouldn't be able to do it now because he can't, you can't work on cars like you used to. You can't do the timing and do the plugs and get them out and having he's showing me getting the plugs out and having a good scrub with a wire brush and getting sort of a scrub with a wire brush and a good blow always used to make them work. Okay, thank you very much, my darling. And he said the number of times I got up and bashed my back of my head on the bonnet. He says I didn't learn. I had bumps and scrapes in the back of my head where I kept on banging my head. And she said, sort of every time I got down, I bang straight on it. And he's laughing at that now. So I don't know whether that's a bit of a memory for you, my darling. Okay. So take their love, please, Barry. Know that they are around you an awful lot. And I know that you've been thinking about mum and dad a lot. And that's how close they are. They've been looking at the photos with you, mum said. They've been looking at the photos, looking over your shoulder, the photographs. And there's a little bit of a choky moment when you come to some of them, but they're that close, my sweet. Okay, so I really do hope that was okay for you, my darling. Okay, thank you. Okay, so where are we going? What have we got here? Come forward, my darling. Come forward. Oh, you're tall. Okay, so okay. Okay, so I want Christine Marais, is it Marais or Marais? Very sorry if I've pronounced your name incorrectly. Christine Marais, if you can come forward, please. Marais, Christine Marais. Hello, my darling. Sorry if I got your name wrong. I have a gentleman who's just come in, and he is an extremely tall man, because as he come through he had to bend his head through my door. Not that he didn't have to bend anything because he's spirit, but that's what he was showing me, that he was quite tall. Now I do feel I've just heard uncle, so I'm not sure as to whether you can understand an uncle who was quite tall. He was quite a slim gentleman. His nose would have been quite straight. He's showing me this very straight nose, almost like a Roman nose. His features would have been quite angular, so he would have had lovely cheekbones. Women would have killed for his cheekbones. Lovely cheekbones. He had, his lips weren't that full, but they were full for a man, if that makes sense. Usually men have got quite little, quite slim lips. But he's showing me himself quite, thank you, darling. Christine, this gentleman showing me him quite tall, and he's making me feel, he's just shouted out uncle, so I'm not sure as to whether you can take that. Let me know, and then I can go back to him and tell him that he's leading me up the garden path or something. Okay, my darling, if you can let me know whether this is uncle. And I do feel this would be dad's brother, he's just said. Okay, so I'm not sure as whether you can take that as well. Okay. Now, while I'm waiting for you to yay or nay that, this gentleman, he is showing me with a stick. Uncle, oh lovely, thank you very much. I knew he was an uncle. Thank you very much, my darling. He had a stick later on, but it never seemed to do him any good because he didn't have a lot of coordination with it. So he didn't really sort of get any help from the stick. And in the end, he ended up just going without it and sort of like hobbling around. He is making me feel as well that he would have been quite a funny gentleman, because he wants to say jokes, and I'm stopping him because I know that some of them could be quite risque, and I don't really want to repeat that on what we're doing at the moment. But I do know that. Thank you. I'm not saying them. Okay, he wants. I'm not saying it. It's talking about the joke that he used to say about the cow. That's as far as I'm going. Okay, but he is making me laugh. Okay, Christine. He wants to say to you that you are so much like your mum, and some people say that to you, and you go, "Oh God," in a nice way. And that's a good friend. Thank you very much. I knew that he would have. People of my age and around that era. I'm not saying that you're my age, Mark, darling, but we all had extended aunts and uncles. Friends were uncles and aunties, and my mum's cousins were aunts and uncles. If they was older, there was aunt and uncle. Okay, so the fact that he said uncle and you can understand him, I'm down with that. Okay, now Uncle Bill. Okay, I know you said he was Uncle Bill. Uncle Bill just wants to say to you that you're very much like your mum. He had a bit of a soft spot for your mum. Lovely sense, yes, very lovely sense of humour, sometimes a little bit risque, but there we go. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, it's got quite serious at the moment, and he's put a tea towel over his arm like a waiter, and I know that wouldn't have been his job, but that is making me feel as if you've got a celebration coming up, and he just wants you to know that he's going to be around the celebration. Excuse me. So he's going to be around celebration, because when I see like something like service or like a waiter or something like that, it shows that it's going to be a big celebration. So either a wedding or an engagement or a significant birthday, something like that, my darling. Okay. Okay. He also wants, could you confirm that your dad's in spirit, please? I don't want to kill him off if he's not, but could you confirm that, please? He used to first foot every New Year. Okay, I don't really know what that means. Okay. Can you please confirm that whether or not your dad's in spirit, please, my darling? If you can just let me know that, because he is making me feel. Please let me know if your dad's in spirit, my darling, because I do have another gentleman that wants to. Just had your 7th or 70th, is that? Happy birthday for you, anyway. So I know that was right. Okay, thank you very much. So I do have another gentleman coming in, and they do feel very, very close together, which is why I'm asking you as to whether your dad is in spirit, please, because he is 75th. Thank you. I thought you sound very grown up for a 7-year-old. Can you please? So this gentleman is coming in, and he does make me feel as if he was he's your dad. Okay, thank you very much. Because Uncle Bill come in, and then he's brought Dad in. I don't know why he's brought Dad in. My dad didn't come in first, but Dad just wants to say hello. He hasn't got would have been a man of a few words. He would have only spoke if there was something to talk about, and he just wants to say hello to you, and he also wants to say happy birthday to you, and he's singing happy birthday, but not very well because he's a bit out of a tune, so I know that he wouldn't have been able to sing that well, whereas Uncle Bill would have had a lovely voice. He would have had a lovely singing voice. So the two were polar opposites of each other. So your dad's popped in, and he just wants to say that everything's okay over there, and he's making sure everything's okay down here as well, and he's sorting out the little issues that's going on around you, and he says just have faith that they all know they all know what is going on around you and that everything's going to be okay. So please just stop worrying. Stop, that's lovely. Thank you very much. Stop worrying. He's saying stop worrying. So I hope that helps you, Christine, because they're fading back into the ether now. Okay, now I know I've got to be really quick now for a couple of them. Okay, thank you very much. What have we got here, my darlings? Oh, got 2 for the price of 1 here. Okay, I want to go with who is it? Don't give me 2 names because I can't do 2 names at once. Okay, can I please have Elaine Payne, please? Or Eileen Payne, beg your pardon, Eileen Payne. If you can let me know you're with me, Eileen. Excuse me, Eileen, if you're there, please let me know. Eileen, calling Eileen. Okay, then I'm going to have to go with the second name that I had. So I had 2 people come through together and they're not with the same person. So I need Jacqueline Forrester as well, please. I'm going to try and do 2 at the same time because they know that time's limited. So Jacqueline, if you're there, Jacqueline, Jackie, wherever you want to be called, can you come forward, please, Jacqueline? Jacqueline. Sounds like I'm calling myself. Jacqueline or Elaine, please come forward. That's your mother-in-law. Lovely. Thank you very much, Jacqueline. I had 2 people come through. One was for Eileen. She's not back. She's not through yet. And one was for you. Now the person for you it must be a gentleman night tonight because it was a gentleman, and he's come in and he would have worn a trilby, but he's taken his trilby off like a gentleman as he comes through his door. So I know that he goes back to 60s, 70s at that time. So he's either father, grandfather, my darling. Okay. So I know that he's with you with that. So this gentleman's coming in, as I say, with a hat. Elaine Payne's your mother-in-law. Okay. So what I will do is I will try and give this lady to Elaine, and perhaps you, Sarah, can answer it, please, my darling. So I'll do Jacqueline first. So this gentleman would have worn a hat. It would have been a trilby, and it would have been like a dogtooth type of, like a checky, very, very, very fine checked hat, because he's doffing it as I'm saying it. He would have been quite, I want to say about 5'11", so just under 6 foot. He would have always worn a suit, and it looks like it's brown. But would have worn a brown, like a brown suit, and a little, like a thin black tie with a little knot. So he would have been quite a smart gentleman. Would you understand this, please, Jacqueline? Can you let me know, please? Otherwise, I'm going to have to move on because time is getting quite short now, and I do need to give these. So, Sarah, while I'm waiting for Jacqueline to come back, I have this lady that's coming in, and I do feel that this would be a sister. So I don't know whether your mum has a sister, whether Elaine's got a sister, like if you've got an auntie in spirit. But this lady's coming through. She would have been, I feel she would have been about 5'2", 5'3", and she would have been quite she wouldn't have worked like most people of her age. You can't think who he is. Okay, my darling. Okay. So perhaps they're both with you then, Elaine, or whoever's with Elaine. Not in spirit. Okay. Oh God. Okay. let me just regroup myself, please, because that's 2 no's. And I never, ever get no's. Okay, because they're usually it's me that's got the wrong end of the stick. Okay, so scratch those names, please. Okay, let me see who these are for. Right, you both together. Yes. Okay. So who do you want to link with, please? Okay. Okay. Mo May. Oh, we have time. Okay. Mo, if you're there, please let me know. Mo May. Mo May. That sounds lovely, Mo May. Mo, if you're there, please let me know, because I do feel that these 2 people are with you. Okay. And I do feel that they would be thank you very much. I do feel that they would be married to each other. That's why they come through together. This lady would have been around 5'2", 5'3". She would have been I want to say well covered, but her top half wouldn't have been that big. It would have been there, but not that big. And the gentleman would have been quite tall, and I do feel he would have worn a trilby hat. So can you please let me know if you know? Fantastic, you know them. Oh, thank you very much. I was getting a bit worried then. Okay, so these 2 people are coming in. The first thing they want to say is, we made it. So I feel it may be the first time, or perhaps they've not been through that often before. So I do feel that they are really excited. Yes, he was tall. Thank you very much. He is very tall. I do feel that they're so chuffed that they've made it through together. Another thing they also want to say to you is that they are glad that you. Good evening, Karen. Thank you very much for joining me. They are really pleased that you have have thought about booking that holiday. They're really, really happy about that. So could you please confirm that you've either booked or are in the process of going to book a holiday, please? Because they're saying they're really happy, and it seems as if it's been a long time coming as well, because they're getting excited for you. And I do feel this holiday has been very, very long awaited for. They're making me feel as if it's not thinking of a holiday. Thank you very much. But they're making me feel as if it's not abroad, but it's in this country, because there's so much of this country that none of us get to see that is so beautiful. We forget we live in a beautiful country, and they would have liked to go travel around different places, and they would have gone different places on holiday, and they would have gone on caravan holidays, and that was the time when you needed a lot of faith to go in the caravan, because all it was like a tin room really, and you had to go out to go to the loo, you had to go out to go to the showers in this country. Thank you very much. So they're making me feel as if it is in this country. Okay, another thing, they're also making me feel as if they need to sing happy birthday to a gentleman who's on the earth plane. So they are saying happy birthday to a gentleman who's on the earth plane. So if you can just confirm that, please. And I do feel the gentleman is connected to you, because it'd be a bit daft if it wasn't really. So they want to say happy birthday to this gentleman. Okay, and okay, and they're also talking about twins. Now I don't know as to whether it's twins that are here or twins that are in the process of being here. So they're talking about twins, and they're talking about a boy and a girl twins. your sister's twins. Lovely, thank you very much. So they're talking about these twins, and they're saying that they are so bright that sometimes you have to talk in. Oh, thank you, there with me. Sometimes you have to talk in code when you want to have a private conversation, because they'll pick up on everything. The boy and the girl. Thank you very much. They're laughing that you don't seem to be able to have a private conversation because they're always flapping their ears. Okay, they're always listening, so that's why you're having to sort of start talking in code. Okay, I do feel that they're not little. I do feel that they're sort of like at the age where they can understand a lot more than what they let on, which can be a bit annoying sometimes. But your sister wouldn't be without them, because it was a bit of a shock when she found out she was expecting twins. But they are just one big, huge part of the family, because they are just a breath of fresh air and like a bolt of lightning. Sometimes it's like a whirlwind when they're around. Oh, they're 4. Thank you very much. I know they're a whirlwind when they're around. I knew they weren't babies, so I knew they're at an age where they're starting to understand more. Thank you. But they don't sit still. Then even when they're sleeping, they're not still. They're always moving around. Okay, so your lovely lady and gentleman here are saying that that although they are a gift from God, literally, sometimes they are so tiring that you're glad to hand them off, which is why you've got them today, Mo. My sister's having a break. Okay, what else have we got? Okay, now I'm being shown links to London, because I'm seeing a red bus. So I don't know whether anyone worked on the buses there, but I'm seeing a red bus. So I do know that the red London, you've got London links there. And I do feel that someone did work on the buses there. If it wasn't on the buses, that was sort of like if they weren't on the buses, there was in the bus garage. They're exhausting. Oh, I feel your pain. Yes, London. My dad worked. Fantastic. I knew that because they showed me this wonderful. Because my dad used to drive buses in London. He was a route master bus driver. So I was showing that. What else have we got? I'm also getting 6 and 5. So whether someone's 65 or whether it's 6 and 5, as in the 6th of May or the 5th of June, but 6 and 5 I'm being given as well, please. But your dad drove buses in the 60s. Lovely, thank you. So did my dad. Wouldn't it be funny if they knew each other? That'd be really, really weird. My dad used to drive out in Bow. If that's the case, that's going to be really, really eerie. Okay. Okay, they're stepping back now, my darling. They just wanted you to know that they're around. They just wanted you to know that they know what's going on, and they are really trying to get things all together here, because I know you've been putting up a lot of thought into spirit to get things, bits and pieces sorted, and they are listening. They do hear your prayers of healing, and they do work on that along with all the angels and everyone else that's around you. And they're also listening to the manifestations that you're putting out about what you want to do and where you want to be. They are listening to that and sorting that out as well. They're saying it takes a lot of sorting out, because it's like having to move a lot of things around to help you, my darling. Okay, so please take their love, know that they are all around, and I'm so glad I found a home for those 2 people. Okay, and I know that we are sort of running really, really short on time, but I do need to very quickly to go to Claire Phillip. Claire Phillip, if you can let me know you're around, please. Claire Phillip, please, Claire Phillip, really quickly, because I've got a really, really quick one to give you, my sweet. Okay, Claire, please, Claire, come along, because it'd be a shame if you don't get this one. Claire Phillip. Oh, thank you, my darling. You said the best things, Mo. Thank you very much, Claire. Okay, the first thing I want to say to you is, I can't see anyone, but I feel, this is why I've got my eyes closed. I do feel that I do have a lady here with me, and she is making me feel as if she hasn't long been over into spirit. And she just wants to say to you that she arrived okay and she's perfectly fine. Okay, so she just wanted you to know that she's okay. So that was a very, very, very quick one, I know. Do you understand that, please, Claire? Claire, do you understand that? Of a lady that's not long been over into spirit, and that that she wants you to know that she has arrived okay, and that she is healing well. Okay, please let me know, Claire, very, very quickly, because I need to go very, very quickly, and I would like to know as whether that's right, whether it's wrong, because this lady is just letting me know that she wants you to know that she's okay, she's got there, and she wants to say thank you. Lots of love. Thank you very much, everyone. I know it's been a really quick whirlwind. Okay, so I hope everything is okay for you guys, and I hope to be with you very, very soon. Lots of love to you all. Mwah.
Oh, bless you, Jackie. Thank you for that extra little bit of time there. Really appreciate that, just to get the message out to who needs them. We've got Frank's cards, and then we'll come back for a closing prayer after that.
Okay.
That's all right.
Okay. Thanks.
Oh, lovely evening with Jackie there, and a few extra minutes, which is really good. All right, friends. Well, although Jackie tries very hard, we can't get round to everyone with a message in the evening. But as you know, our regulars, that's why Frank from our church draws 3 animal cards each week. So this gives everyone something to take away for the week ahead. It's an uplifting thought, something a bit positive. So let's see what Frank has for us this week.
Good evening. Our first crystal this evening is the rose quartz. With that goes the card for the pelican. And this card is about teamwork, resourcefulness, knowing your purpose and where you're going, and successfully solving problems. The pelican marks the progress you have made in taking advantage of opportunities this far. You can be assured that things will go well. In fact, it may be necessary for you to get a partner in whatever endeavour you are working on, or to expand the number of people working with you. Teamwork is key now. This isn't the time to slow down. Keep moving forward, and don't be afraid to attempt even greater tasks. Pelicans are highly social birds, working cooperatively to gather food for their flock. They're extremely able swimmers and divers. They seize upon every opportunity with gusto and determination, careful to use whatever natural resources are at their disposal, without wasting anything. They're not only very focused upon their task, but also quite dedicated to one another and the good of the group. They encourage you to surround yourself with helpful and loyal people, so that you may all benefit from your group. Our second crystal this evening is the citrine. With that goes the card for the kangaroo. The kangaroo says it is time to move on and search for the meaning of life. Take the next big leap. It's time to move on now. No one is pushing you, but you know in your heart there has to be more to life and what you are living at the moment. You're ready to go. You may be moving from a situation that isn't good to you, or perhaps you're being drawn to something that would make you much more happy. The beautiful thing is that it's you that is in control, and the choice of what happens next is yours. There's something amazing waiting for you now, so go ahead, take that leap. Kangaroos are known for their ability to bound great distances, and in a dangerous situation they can spring away to safety without planning where they are going. That can be you as well. Sometimes you just know that it's time to go, even if you're not quite sure where you're going to. You'll figure it out when you get there. Kangaroos are very courageous and always in motion. It's time for you to fearlessly move forward now in your life and take that leap into the future. And our third crystal is the amethyst. With that goes the card for the unicorn. The unicorn represents purity of intention, the ability to manifest whatever you need, situations that work out perfectly, and magical experiences. The unicorn offers to help you manifest your dreams. You may feel as though you're not ready to create the magical life you seek, but you are. The unicorn believes in you and harbours no doubt that you're tapped into God's infinite wisdom, and you're more prepared than you realise. By blending the passion of your heart's desire with a pure and wise intention to make a difference, you can do anything. Know that you're an excellent discerner of character, so you surround yourself with only those who are trustworthy. Unicorns are one of the most magical of all creatures, whether you consider them to be real or mythical. Their energy has been present with and held sacred by people since ancient times. They're pure of heart and able to manifest opportunity, enlightenment and prosperity because of their childhood-like faith. As you take on the perspective of a unicorn, allow the horn to represent your single-minded focus. You can also think of it as your magic wand. Let out your inner unicorn by trusting in your ability to summon infinite resources as and when needed to accomplish your goal. 3 cards there tonight, all urging you to take the next step forward and to move on from where you are now. I hope you enjoyed that.
Lovely. Thank you, Frank. All right, friends, let's bring tonight's service to a close. We'll go back to Jackie for a closing prayer, and then I'll play out the closing Vesper. Thank you, Jackie.
Thank you very much. Great Spirit, Eternal Light, thank you so much for allowing me to work within the power of Spirit this evening. And thank you to all our friends, family and loved ones that came and joined us. Can I ask that the energy being generated here tonight be sent out into the world where it is greatly needed at this time? Can I also ask that protection is placed around each and every one of us that have joined here this evening, to our families and friends alike, until we meet here again. Amen.
Well, a very big thank you to Jackie Edwards, our medium online tonight. Always lovely to see you at Dundersey, Jackie, and some lovely messages there. Thank you also to Lloyd Packham, our medium in church tonight. I hope you had a good evening in church, Lloyd. Thank you to Donna for chairing in church tonight. Thank you to Peter for the Bible reading, and thank you to Frank again for the cards at the end there. Thank you all for watching and joining online tonight and keeping your comments coming. It's great that you could join us, and I hope you can join us again next Sunday at 6:30 again. Until then, have a great week ahead. Take care. Good night.